Today's video will be on 18 unsolved true cases. Number 1. The Grimes sisters. Barbara, 15, and Patricia, 13, went to see the Elvis movie Love Me Tender in Chicago in December of 1956, but never came home, launching one of the biggest missing persons cases in Chicago history. Even Elvis himself pleaded for their return. Their naked bodies, lifeless, were found a month later on the side of the road, presumed to have been thrown out of a car. Number 2. The death of Ricky McCormick. In June of 1999, 41-year-old McCormick's body was found in a field in Missouri. He was reported missing for only 72 hours, but his body suggested he died much earlier. Then in 2011, the FBI revealed 2 cryptic notes in his handwriting had been found in his pockets, which was creepy because McCormick was practically illiterate and only knew how to write his name. Number 3. Betsy Artsma. In November 1969, the 22-year-old student was in Pattay Library of Penn State when she was stabbed once in the chest. There was so little blood that no one was aware she'd been stabbed until she arrived at the hospital. 47 years later, police are still actively taking information on the case. Number 4. The Tylenol murders. In 1982, someone went around to the stores in the Chicago area and replaced the powder in Tylenol with cyanide. 7 people died. They never found out who did it. Incidentally, this is the reason why we now have tamper-resistant packaging on medications. Number 5. Who put Bella in the Witch Elm? In April 1943, a group of boys found a skull in a tree in Hagley Wood, England, leading to the discovery of a skeleton that had been decomposing for a year and a half. Soon after, graffiti appeared nearby reading, "Who put Bella in the Witch Elm?" The woman is still unidentified, and her cause of death is unknown. Number 6. The Yogurt Shop Murders. Before midnight on December 6, 1991, firefighters responded to a blaze at a yogurt shop in Austin. The bodies of 4 women were found burned inside in a pile of gagged. It's assumed they were dead before the fire started. Police thought they found some culprits, but in 2009, the suspects were released for lack of evidence. Number 7. Walker County Jane Doe. In 1980, a girl was seen by 2 different gas station attendants in Texas who said that she was asking for directions to the nearby prison to visit a friend. She was later found murdered miles away, lying face down, and was unidentified. Her picture was shown to everyone at the prison, but no one recognized her. Number 8. The Atlas Vampire. In 1932, a female sex worker was found in Stockholm after being dead for 3 days, with her skull crushed in, signs of sexual activity, and a ladle near the bed. Her blood was almost completely drained, and the ladle was suspect for the drinking apparatus of the unknown murder. Number 9. The Doodler Murders. Up to 18 gay men were believed to have been murdered by the Doodler in the mid-70s. He'd meet the victims, sketch them, and then kill them. The case remains unsolved due to the homophobia at the time. The potential leads who wouldn't appear in court to the fear of being outed. Number 10. Amanda Teising. Teising both went missing and was found the same night in June 2000. She left her fiancé for the night to see her parents, but never arrived to her destination. She was found in a ditch filled with rainwater, without signs of struggle or sexual assault, and her keys were in the ignition. Number 11. Colonial Parkway Murders. A serial killer took the lives of at least 8 people near the Colonial Parkway of Virginia in the late 1980s. It started with the discovery of the bodies Rebecca Ann Dwowski and Kathleen Thomas, a couple out for a night at a spot called Lover's Lane, and numerous other couples were found as well, making a pattern. No one knows to this day who the Colonial Parkway murderer was. Number 12. Houston Icebox Murders. In 1965, the body parts of Fred and Edwina Rogers were found inside their refrigerator, wrapped neatly on their shelves. Police believe their son, Charles, committed the murders. He hasn't been seen since the incident. Warning: this next story includes graphic content and may not be suitable for some. Number 13. Oklahoma Girl Scout Murders. In 1977, 3 young girls were found in their tent at a Girl Scout camp, raped and strangled. The counselors were sleeping just yards away. A local jail escapee was arrested for the case, but the court ended up releasing him with the lack of evidence they had. It is still unsolved. Number 14. Walker Family Murders. In December 1959, 2 parents and their 2 kids were found brutally slaughtered in their own home in Osprey, Florida. There have been 587 suspects to the date, including a serial killer named Emmett Monroe Spencer, who confessed to the crimes, but then claims they were pushed aside because the authorities called him a pathological liar. Number 15. Jeanette De Palma. In Springfield, New Jersey in 1972, a 16-year-old girl went missing until weeks later. A dog brought back her right forearm to its master. Several witnesses have claimed her body was found surrounded by occult objects and on top of a pentagram, but authorities have denied those claims. Number 16. Bear Brook Murders, the Allenstown 4. The decomposing, beaten bodies of 4 unidentified murder victims were found in trash bags in 1985 and in 2011 in Bear Brook State Park in New Hampshire. Today, police still do not know the names of their victims or the person who killed them. Warning: this story includes graphic content. May not be suited for certain viewers. Number 17. St. Louis Jane Doe. In February 1983, an approximate 8-year-old African-American girl was raped and beheaded, and her body was found in an abandoned apartment building days later. Her head was never found, and neither were the people who did this. Even worse, it's been over 30 years, and we still don't know who she was. And once again, for this story as well, warning: this story includes graphic content that may not be suited for others. Number 18. The murder of Arless Perry. Perry was a student at Stanford when one night in October 1974, she got into a small argument with her husband. The next morning, she was found in a church, lying near the altar with an ice pick in her head, partially nude, having been molested with a candlestick. Her husband and security guard who found her have been named innocent. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Content will stay consistent for quite some time. Hopefully, if it continues the way that it is, there should be multiple uploads per week. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.